Yes, so Sikha students, let's prove by maths and understanding of physics what is law of conservation of energy. Students, honestly speaking, this law actually states that energy cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. But simply by saying this, students will not understand the depth of this law. Law of conservation of energy can also be stated as the different forms of energies are interconvertible. Means they can be converted from one form to other form. Interconvertible. Okay. That means suppose uh, I'm having a sphere here. It's on a shelf. This is a shelf. Now I apply little push, small push to the sphere and it rolls down. So after some time it reaches here, right? And after some time I see that it almost touches the ground level. Let's say on the shelf is level 1, this is level 2, halfway. This total height is 10 meters, right? So halfway height is 5 meters. And here I assume that the height is 0 meter. Height can never be 0 meter in this earth, in this universe. I assume that this is the surface of the earth. So here the height is 0 meter. Now I'm going to calculate. Law of conservation of energy also says that the total energy is constant. Now I am going to apply this law on this sphere. Now during this fall, students, the energy is getting the potential, entire potential energy of the ball here. I hope you understand that on level 1, what is the total energy of the ball? Now I'm going to talk about level 1. Any student can tell me? In level 1, see, sphere is not moving. The sphere or this ball is not moving. It's simply at rest on the shelf. So the motion is not there, velocity is not there. So total energy is what? Total energy
The
possessed.
potential energy.
Total energy possessed by the ball is potential energy. Kinetic energy is 0. Why? Because the ball is not in motion. After you give a push, there is a velocity of the ball. We can say this is a free fall. Free fall means this fall is not because of any force. It's because of the conservative force, that is G, gravity of the earth. So this I call it free fall. Okay. Now students, let us assume that the mass of the ball is 10 kg. Okay. And the total height is 10 kg. Law of conservation of energy says that whatever is the position of the ball, the total energy is constant. Total energy of the ball is constant. Don't say it's 0, it's constant. Total energy is constant. Everything has energy. Okay, total energy is constant. Or you can also say that kinetic energy is expressed by half mv square and potential energy is expressed by mgh. The sum of this is a constant. Let us prove this. This is law of conservation of energy applied to this ball. So students, at level 1, what is total energy of the ball? Can anyone help me? mgh. So what is the mass?
Yes, sir.
10. Let us say, let us take g also. Actually it's 9.8. Let's take it as 10 approximately. And what is the height at level 1? What is the height, students, at level 1? Height of the ball from the ground level? 10 meter. 10 meter. So total energy of the ball is 1000 joule. Am I right? Am I right, students? 1000 joule. Let's calculate the total energy of the ball at level 2. At level 2 is at height h2 5 meter half. So that means at level 2 it has some potential energy also. How much is the potential energy at level 2? Students, can anyone help me? Again, mgh.
Half mgh.
half mgh, or you can say mass is again 10, g is 10, height is 5. So it is 500 joule, as little Sudaji has said. It is half mgh, half of this 500 joule. But students, it has some velocity also here. Am I right? When it is falling, hello students, when it is falling, it has some velocity also. Can you help me calculate that velocity? Anyone? Using the three equations of motion. So I will use v square minus u square is equal to 2g h or s or h. Distance is h here. So what is the final velocity, students? I don't know. Before falling, what was u? Before falling, what was the velocity of ball before falling? In the starting, what was the velocity of the this ball? It was 0. So this is 0. This is gone. So it's equal to 2 into g is 10 into what is s? S means this h, 2gh or 2gs. So this is 5 meter. Am I right? V square minus u square is equal to 2gs. S is 5 meter. No, here. No, not the height. This is not. This is s. S is the distance. Distance. Height traveled by the ball. This height traveled by the ball is equal to 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So s is 5. So this is equal to 100. So what is v, students? Under root 100, that is 10 meter per second. Right? With this, I can calculate kinetic energy. Any student can tell me what is the kinetic energy at level 2? Half mv square is equal to half into m is 10, v square is 100. So that is equal to 500 joule. Am I right, students? Now see, students, a very interesting thing comes. What is the total energy at level 2? Total energy at level 2. Potential energy is how much? I'm not getting response from you.
500 joule.
500 joule. And what is the kinetic energy? We have calculated.
500 joule.
That is total is 1000 joule.
1000 joule.
Here what was total energy? This is total energy E. Here total energy was only potential energy, and that we have already calculated 1000 joule. Am I right? Now let us see what is the energy at total energy at level 3. Level 3. So students, you agree when the ball is here, h is 0, so potential energy is 0. It has only total energy E is equal to kinetic energy because potential energy is 0, right? Now how can I calculate the velocity here? Any student can tell me? Again same way. Just before touching the ground, what is the velocity? Same way I will calculate. V square minus u square is equal to, students please speak, 2gs, distance traveled.
2gh.
So let us say when it started from here, initial velocity was 0. What is the total distance traveled by the ball hitting the ground?
20 meter.
20, not 20 beta. It's only 10 meter. Total height is 10 meter. This height is 5 meter I have taken. So v square would be, this final velocity v square would be equal to, this is 0, 2 into what? G is 10 into 10. This is equal to 200. So what is v? Under root 200 meter per second. Am I right? So students, can you help me to calculate kinetic energy? Hamza, at the ground level, what is kinetic energy? Half, yes,
mv square.
mv square. That is equal to half. What is the mass of ball? Mass of ball is 10 kg.
M.
10 kg. M 10 kg. What is the value for v velocity? Just before hitting the ground, what is the value for velocity? What is the velocity of the ball just before hitting the ground? We have already calculated.
Under
Under root
200.
200 meter per second.
Under root 200 meter per second. So I'm sorry, I will do square of this. So this will be equal to 1 by 2 into 10 into 200. Students, so interesting. This is 100. Again, 100 into 10 is 1000 joule.
1000.
Isn't it interesting? Total energy here is kinetic energy, that is also equal to 1000 joule.
1000.
Law of conservation of energy is proven by our own way. It's not from any book or from Google, students. So we see the potential energy is getting changed slowly to kinetic energy, and here at before touching the ground it becomes total kinetic energy. But even if you take, students, you can do homework at this point and this point. If you calculate the total energy, you know, it will be again sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. Calculate both. Here also potential energy and kinetic energy. You will be surprised to see again the value will be 1000 joule. So we have calculated the total energy at 3 points. Before the ball started to fall, halfway on the ground, the total energy has always come as what? Total energy of the ball at all the 3 points, all the 3 levels. What we have calculated?
1000 joule.
1000 joule. That's validation of law of conservation of energy. I hope you like the video. I would humbly request you, students, that you subscribe our channel, Learn CBSE, and click the bell icon so that you can find other interesting videos like this and share with your friends. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Enjoy the physics and maths. Goodbye.